This young boy single-handedly beheaded a giant anaconda. This boy's name is Ikenna. Ikenna is the only son of his parents. When Ikenna was born, his people and the villagers rejected him as well as his parents and pursued him out of the village. This was because the villagers noticed that this boy was born with teeth in his mouth already. This was a very rare incident to happen, and the villagers had to consult their chief priest to know if this was blessing or curse to the community. The villagers believed that nothing happens without a reason, and as such, they had to consult a deity to confirm if that which the boy has come with is nature or evil. When the chief priest arrived, he did his incantation and concluded that the boy is a curse to the village, and if not ostracized alongside his parents, that the family, as well as every single person in that community, will suffer doom in the nearest future when the boy grows up. This prediction caused a very big commotion in that community, and the community men gathered to ostracize Ikenna and his parents from the village. Ikenna was only 2 months old when they were ostracized from the village. Ikenna's parents took him and they went and built a hut in a nearby forest where they survived by hunting and by farming. Very early in the morning every day, Ikenna's father will leave and enter the forest looking for wild animals to kill so as to have something to eat for the day with his family. He continued this until Ikenna grew up to the age of 7. That was when he showcased his passion to follow his father for hunting. Every time his father would leave, he would cry and cry and cry until the father began to decide to take him to hunting. The first day Ikenna followed his father to hunting, that was the first day the little boy killed an antelope. He was a shock to his own father, and even his mother queried the truthfulness in what they told him when they returned from the hunting. How can a young little boy stone down an antelope with just one stone? Could that be possible? Is that natural? Is that normal? Or is there any other gift following this kid that is not noticed by many members? That is what the mother thought, and that was what the mother wondered about a very long time, but she couldn't find the answer. So she did not give up. She continued taking care of her child. One day, the father of Ikenna became very sick that he could not leave the house. Ikenna was 10 years old at that time. He tried so hard to take care of his father, but his father was too sick that he could not go for hunting that day. Ikenna had to sneak out of the compound because he knew that there was nothing else to eat at home and his father is sick while his mother is busy cooking herbs to feed his father for treatment. He decided to take the bull by the horn. He decided to be a man. He took his father's machete as well as the father's spear and moved forward into the forest. His mission was to kill at least an antelope or a white goat for his father to eat and feel happy. But that journey was the journey that transformed his life forever. When he entered the forest, he could not believe his eyes. Alas, a giant anaconda was lying in front of him. This giant anaconda had swallowed a very big animal and was unable to move because of the food that it had inside its stomach. This little boy was so marveled at the sight of that giant creature. But he did not fear. He was not afraid. He did not shake. Neither did he shout or run away. He calmly brought forth his father's machete and made for the anaconda's head. At that moment, the anaconda was so weak and immovable because of the large quantity of food that the animal has consumed. This little lucky boy used his father's machete and began to cut the anaconda's head. The anaconda lay still as if it was a miracle, not doing anything at all to the kid. The boy cut and cut and cut until he finally beheaded the anaconda and placed the head in his father's spear and raised it up. That was the most amazing thing he has ever done in his entire life. He was so happy, so proud, and so ecstatic that he decided to disclose the news to every single person he saw on his way back home. As we all know, news fly faster than the fastest aircraft, and the news of what had happened got to the villages from where this boy and his parents were chased off from. And it turned out to be that this giant anaconda had been troubling this community for over a decade, but there was no solution. No one was able to kill the anaconda. In fact, the Anaconda was considered to be a spirit goddess that had decided to torment the community because it has been proven impossible to kill, as many people who went into the forest to kill the Anaconda never came back alive. Now, when everybody in the community heard that this boy had killed the Anaconda, they were so shocked to the marrow, they decided to visit them in their little home at the forest. When they got there, the head chief was among the people who visited the little boy's family. When the chief got there, he apologized to the man and the woman for being treated cheaply and how he pursued them off his community 10 years ago. He retrieved his words and declared that Ikenna is not a curse but a blessing. He said to Ikenna's father, "Now, come with us. We shall make you the ruler of 1/3 of this our community. That way, we can repay you for the harm and the allegation we have placed upon you, as well as avert the anger of the gods against us, for we have done evil against you. Now, this potential of your son will be able to blossom when he is being placed on a place where he will be taken very good care of. That way, his true potential will showcase itself fully and will be of benefit to the whole community at large." The father of Ikenna contemplated on the plea and finally agreed to follow the king back to his normal community. When they returned, the king made him a king and made Ikenna a young prince. Ikenna's life changed from that moment till forever. He became the popular village warrior, so that boy, who was formerly called a curse, finally turned out to be a blessing to the community. Moral lesson: the things we might look down on are actually sometimes the things that will actually take us to our unexpected salvation. Thank you for listening to this wonderful story. Please subscribe, share, comment, and like. Thank you.